So today is kind of a shop day. The weather's a little crappy and there's some stuff that I need to get finished up on this thing before it goes to work, so just doing a little bit of welding today. I don't have much experience welding, so I'm no professional. I just bought this Hobart MIG welder. It's just a cheap welder to get started with. I'll see how it works for me, and once I start learning how to weld and understanding if it's welding good and good enough for what I need, I'll probably just end up keeping it. And I really don't see me doing that much welding to justify getting another welder, so I just got the thing like 2 weeks ago, so I haven't done much welding. Uh-oh. I think I rusted out of wire. Yep, out of wire. Alright, I'll show you how I put wire in this thing. Give you a little close up there, what it looks like. Pretty crappy looking, but I'm just gonna grind that off smooth. And I just keep checking it with the tooth to see if it's fitting on there pretty good. A lot of splatter, I don't know if that's bad. You can see all that little pieces of metal, I guess. I'm welding with flux cord wire, so that might have something to do with it, because I guess it's supposed to be a little bit more messy than with when you have a shielding gas. Here is the welder. It's still on. Shut it off. That is where the wire goes, in here. So I'm gonna go get some tools, and then I'll get set up here to take that off and put the new wire on. More stuff out of here. These are 2-pound rolls of 0.03 alloy flux cord. I put the wire in. I didn't do a very good job, and you kind of want to be precise putting this wire in, because whenever it feeds, I noticed I wasn't welding like quite smooth, because the wire would like move around in the thing and wouldn't keep a straight pattern on my weld, so that was kind of screwing things up. Not sure if this is the right way to put this on here, but this is the way that I do it, because it wasn't too clear in the instructions. So just have a little nut here, and that's 1/2 inch, a little spring for some tension, washer, and then that just slides right off. There's that, which I have to actually pull that wire out. So that is what I'm going to do right now, because see, last time I was stupid and I tried to pull it back from this way instead of out at the end of the gun, and there was a little molten piece of metal on the end of the wire, and it kind of screwed me. As I went, and maybe you can see here, got a pair of vice grips, just grab onto it and gently pull that old wire out of there. Which just seems like kind of a waste. Maybe there's a better way to do this, but I really don't know. So maybe somebody can tell me. This little thing, this is your tensioner, and you actually leave that alone. No, maybe don't unscrew that. I already forget. Yeah, you unscrew that and then flip it down, that pops up. Be smart to put that on like so. Put your spring back on, your nut, and give it some tension so it doesn't unravel. And spin on you. Okay, there's that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, wrap it around here, and go get myself some wire cutters. Take that, snip it off there. Feed it through there. And I don't know if you can see, maybe I can't see the camera, but it pokes through a little hole there, and then you want to see if you can feed it right into that little silver rolled tubing. Once you get her going, then you flip this back down, take this, and crank it back down. I ran it on 3. I need to see if I can read and figure out what the proper tension setting is, but somewhere around there it seems to feed pretty smooth for me. So, and then it's fed in there, and then all you have to do is just press your trigger and it feeds it through and you're ready to weld again. So there's that. Oh, and one last thing in here, if you're taking your cord on or off, or you're installing it or whatever, you're gonna unscrew this little wing nut here, and then you'll slide this piece, if you can see that gold piece there, that actually is part of your gun, and you'll stick that into this metal cylinder here, and then you just screw that wing nut back down and it keeps your cord tight in there. You can see this section slides in there, and that's how that tightens up and stays inside of there. So press your trigger here, it's feeding. Speed up a little bit so it goes a little faster. Well, now it takes like a minute or so. Oh my god. Well, I guess you gotta learn somehow though, right? You can see I got the wire broke off there, so now I gotta wasted all that wire that I just fed through there. probably because I forgot to loosen my tension on my that a little too tight. That should pretty much just free wheel onto there. Shouldn't be really any tension. Alright, let's try this again. Slow the feet down a little bit. Wait. Maybe I figured it out. I don't know. Probably should read the instructions a little closer and tell me, but what I did is I just hand fed it so it didn't break it off, and then I took out my welding tip there, and it seemed like it fed through pretty good and it didn't break off this time. So we'll stick this on and we'll see if we can weld actually now. So turn the welder on and get at her. Alright, 3 million hours of troubleshooting later, I think I'm ready to weld. Okay, so now that I got all my problems straightened out here, I think so. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna keep checking to see if the tooth will fit on, and I'm just gonna keep building this tooth out and building the shank up. So then maybe I won't lose the teeth so much. So this is good practice for, I have another bucket that's kind of destroyed, and the back of it's caved in and the sides all pushed in, and I want to make a template and get the local steel shop to bend me some steel to what I need, and then I'm going to try to weld that bucket together because it's a little better shape and it's easier to pick up stuff with it, so I like it a little more. And this thing, it just frustrates me. It's a decent bucket though, it's pretty heavy. Just needs new shanks, that's all. But I don't really like the design of it, and kind of creates a lot of drag when you're trying to dig, but it is a little bit bigger than the other one. That's one good thing about it. So that's what I'm going to be doing here now. I'm just building this up. I didn't bring my grinder down with me, but I'm just going to build this up until it's full. So